What's up guys, it's Mike for Sim Racing 604 and welcome back to Gran Turismo Sport. So I wanted to do a video. I was kind of wondering myself, because if you play project cars, you know there are differences between even the standardized cars. Even the GT3 cars in project cars 2 are not equal. Some are seconds faster per lap than others. So I was curious to know in Gran Turismo the groupings, Group 1, Group 3, Group 4, and Rally as well. Are there cars that stand out even within their group? So what I did was I took all the data available to me. I got about 94% of the cars. There's some road cars and some safety cars that I don't own yet that are gift cars that probably won't factor too much into the overall winners. So what I did was I took the data, because of course Gran Turismo Sport gives us the max speed, acceleration, braking, cornering, and stability rankings out of 10, and I took an average of those to give the cars an overall score. Now, very important to note here that it is the overall winner, but that does not necessarily mean it will be the fastest car on each track. For example, if you're running a very tight track, obviously acceleration is going to be worth more to you than max speed. But what I've tried to do here, since you probably won't have the funds to buy every single game and use the right car, the exact right car for the track, what I've done is taken the overall score to give you probably the best overall car within a given category. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So the first one we will do is the Group 1. So this encompasses a lot of LMP1 cars and quite a few Vision GT cars. In fact, the Vision GT cars actually dominate this category. 1, 2, and 3 are all Vision GT cars. The Mazda LM55, the Bugatti, and the Hyundai 2025. So the overall rating that these cars got was 7.6 for the Mazda LM55, making it tops in this category, and 7.5 each for the Bugatti and the Hyundai. So those are your overall winners. If we go into the real world cars, the Nissan GTR LM is the best overall. It got a 7.4, so only marginally worse than the Vision GT cars. So the Nissan GTR LM Nismo is your top of the category for Group 1. If you're wondering what's the worst in the category, the Toyota TS030 ranked just a 6.7 overall. So we will jump now, as I boot up my spreadsheet here, into the Group 3. And the Group 3 it takes a big step down. Most of those cars I just mentioned were in the 7s. The Group 3s come in with an overall rating somewhere in the low 5s to high 4s. So the overall winner, and I was as surprised as you probably will be, is the Volkswagen Beetle Group 3. So it is a 5.5, substantial margin, so 0.2 ahead of its nearest competition, which is the, actually there's a bunch of cars that fall in at a 5.3, but the Dodge Viper, the GT by Citroën, Lamborghini Huracan GT3, Mercedes-AMG GT3, the Peugeot Vision GT, the Ferrari 458 Italia, the Subaru WRX Group 3. Yeah, what else? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. It's for the 5.3. So any of those cars will be very strong, but the Volkswagen Beetle is the overall winner, and that surprises me. So it ranks very strong overall and has a massive advantage in stability. It's a very stable car compared to most of the other Group 3 cars. The worst in the category is the McLaren 650S, which I'm shocked at. It rated just a 4.8. It was the only Group 3 car that dipped into the 4 overall. All others were 5.0 and above. Next lowest is one of my favorite cars in this game, the Porsche 911 RSR. It ranked just a 5.0. So next up, we will go into the Group 4 category. And the overall winner, again, somewhat of a surprise to me, is the Subaru WRX Group 4. It ranked a 5.1 overall, followed closely by the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution Group 4. It ranked a 5.0, And third, the Nissan GTR Group 4, which is a great car. I love that car. It ranked a 4.9 overall. Keep in mind, this is a very tight category. These Group 4s have been nicely standardized, and the lowest ranking is the Toyota 86 Group 4, and it is a 4.5. Excuse me, that is tied also with the Bugatti Veyron Group 4 and the Honda NSX Group 4. So those are 4.5s overall, so not a huge loss between the best and the worst, but the overall winner for Group 4 is the Subaru WRX. So we'll jump now into the rally category. And the overall winner in the rally is the Audi Sport Quattro Pikes Peak. So it ranked a 4.9 overall. That is enough for top ranking. The next highest is 4.8. And once again, like Group 4, these are very tightly structured cars in this group. They're all pretty much even. So the lowest ranking was a 4.7 overall, which is the Honda NSX. All others were 4.8. So very tight category. You're good to go with just about any car in this group. Next up is the Group X category, so we're talking the Vision GT, and for some reason there's miscellaneous cars in here. I don't believe necessarily they should all belong to the same group, but that's a discussion for a different day. Overall winner, no surprise here, the Dodge SRT Tomahawk X. This is, if you guys remember the old Gran Turismo games, you remember the Sebastian Vettel Red Bull car. Yeah, that was a rocket, and as is the SRT Tomahawk X. It is an 8.6 overall, easily the highest in the game. Next closest is also a Dodge SRT, but it's the GTSR version, and it ranks a 7.7 on down. And this is not a fair category because the ones at the bottom aren't even in the same class as those Vision GTs, but the Honda Project 2 and 4 is just a 3.6 overall. So, lastly, we want to go to the road cars, and what I'm going to do is group everything from 100 horsepower on through 1,000 into one. Just consider it one road car category. And again, I'm missing a lot of road cars here that I do not own, and I can't get stats on at this time, but I think they would likely fall somewhere in between. So, the overall winner in the road car category is the Lamborghini Veneno. It is a overall 5.5 and can be yours in this game for just 3.64 million credits. I think that's more than I've earned total in this game, so yeah, better be good for that price. And on all the way down, oh, by the way, that is in the N800 category, and on all the way down to the bottom, the BMW i3 in the N200 category is just a 2.5 overall, and just above that is the Mazda Roadster, is a 2.8 overall. But again, we're talking about 200 and 100 class cars, so not really a fair comparison to the Veneno or the Veyron. The Veyron ranked very high as well, a 5.4 overall, boosted largely by the max speed in the case of both. Both scored a 10, which, you know, wipes out the low 2 rankings for braking and cornering for those cars. Alright guys, so that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover in this video. Just for fun, I am going to rank these by power to weight ratio and just see what comes up. Let's see, so the Dodge SRT Tomahawk X was a 1.566 power to weight, so that's, in this case, I didn't use kilos, I used pounds, so 1.566 horsepower to each pound at that car. That's ridiculous. I'm trying to find a real world car. The LaFerrari is the top ranking actual car, and it is a 0.343, wow, horsepower per pound. That's pretty amazing. So very nicely done by the LaFerrari. Alright guys, that'll do it. Hope you learned something. Again, what really matters is what track you're running, but this will give you a good overall idea of how the cars rank. Thanks for watching.